No, we don't like the weather, but it's California. It never rains in Southern California. And I'm Sid. Yes, sir. Sid P, baby. Houston's radio personality, and we're here in California. I think St. Montclair. We're somewhere up in California. I know it's the 49 to San Francisco area. And we're about to play the San Francisco 49ers. Key to the game. Rattle the young quarterback, whatever quarterback. And the battle between Anthony Israel, the running back from out of Camden, New Jersey, from the University of Maryland. He says he is not the poor man's Christian McCaffrey. He is AI, the answer. We're going to lock in today as we listen to our guys up there at top. I'll pass it over to them.
They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Coach Prime is going to continue to challenge Galvatron, James Williams, and Shador Sanders. And we heard that Gonzalez might play a little bit of slot corner today and move Stingley back on the outside for some threes. We'll see.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it officially.
They want to let me here all day,
First play from scrimmage, 2nd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard.
There.
From the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. That's into a
you see Hunter. He just was arguing with Parker as Parker started talking to him. And what does he do? That man is different. He was just arguing with Parker or giving up the crossing route, and then they try to go right back at him and pay for it.
But you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
So here are the Texans now with a long field ahead. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And who do they go to first play again? That famous pistol.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not.
Oh, wow. What a play by Hufanga. We told you that these safeties are really good.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision.
I mean, that was just a heady play.
That's something he did not do.
Shador is not going to like that.
No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 5 catches, 58 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
How about that? Red man
Just to stop. Big time stop there.
But it perked up to the task.
You know, Shador a little mad right there. He was late on that throw.
On to punt now. Anger as he boots this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
The Texans at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. They have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we'll have a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what
the weather's killing them right now. The punting game not good. Kickoff game wasn't good. And the wind is killing them on the passing game. You can see both teams struggling with it.
1st and 10 at the 40.
There's that dealer package.
This drive in the air. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
Not bothering Kyle McCourt. What a dot.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Sanders' kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
Doesn't seem like the wind and the weather is bothering the special teams of the 49ers right now.
The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from.
At all.
Distance, he can hit it.
They also got the win.
That trust by knocking that one right through.
The Texans offense set to regain possession.
And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that carries over this week as well.
And they'll get this well past midfield before
Somebody won it.
just before the 35. So from inside Niners,
We just won right at back door.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll give him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And he comes back with 1 complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes. As that throw arrived, tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And that is caught.
Right back. Travis Hunter.
A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Texans have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Yeah, the weather is killing them.
The point after is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
17 mile per hour wind. Really hurting Juice Philly. That goes nowhere.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
After 7-3 the score. The 49ers with the football.
First Farm is on the sideline telling his team.
As they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. They'll look to throw here. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. the gun. They'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. So a change of
Coach Fon said they're going to better take advantage of the win. Not having the win right now. Let's see how they attack.
Take over, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a 3rd down throw.
Last time we punted the ball was 10 yards. If that, 5-yard punt.
Anger is
Another one.
and he gets this one away.
Get away from it.
And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2nd and 1. He's got his man on the out route.
And they're with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 2nd and 9 now. His throw incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
This is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle.
Down inside the 10.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Texans are able to add on to their first-half lead.
The extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the shotgun now, and a loose football, and the Texans scoop it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather, of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and now it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And look at this starting field position. That'll be touchdown inside the 30-yard line. So here are the Texans to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Second and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this 1st half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. 2nd and 5. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the 1st half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great effort there as the 1st half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They are beating the brakes off of this 49ers team. And it all comes down to the field change. When the quarter changed and they had to deal with the wind, they haven't made a punt over 2 yards. And the throwing of the football is just horrendous. And Houston was able to get away with it in the 1st, but they couldn't throw the ball either or punt, kick off, none of that, right? But it was just a little better than what the 49ers were able to do. Field position, they playing 60-40 field off the wing. Coach Prime said that. He said it 3 times. And we were talking to him earlier before the game started.
This first half as the kicks away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone.
If I'm the 49, I'm taking a knee. Got to get to the second half. There's no way you come out and run a play.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 4. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burned the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We begin with a battle of two AFC teams from opposite coasts. Jacksonville making the 6-hour flight west to take on Los Angeles. And it's the Chargers who are on top in the second quarter. Austin Eckler, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we head eastward to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And things didn't go so well as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Spencer Ware, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've gone to the half with the lead over the visiting Bills. The Ravens trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And they've had their way running the football well over 100 yards already as a team with 2 more quarters to come. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the rushing numbers tell a different story. They really couldn't get a whole lot going on the ground. And the evidence? The numbers.